Hey everybody, what's up? My name is CJ, and I'm here to teach you how to make a really good stuffed chicken. The ingredients in which you'll need is some seasoning, some marinade sauce, cheese, some ground meat, and of course, your chicken. Now I like to use a chicken breast. Try to find the biggest slab of chicken breast in which you can get. When it comes to meat, I like to use ground Italian sausage. The reason for that is because it has somewhat of a sweet and salty taste to it. You can use ground beef or ground turkey or ground lamb or whatever you want to, but I prefer to use ground Italian sausage. And the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to cook your ground meat. So we're just going to season it. And you can use pretty much whatever kind of seasoning you want and whatever tastes better to you. But make sure you don't over-season it too much. And that's my problem, because I'm always over-seasoning my meat. So once you put the seasoning on here, you're also going to put seasoning on your chicken, and then with the marinade sauce, you're going to put that on both the ground meat, and you're going to put it on the chicken. And all that seasoning, all that flavor, is going to make it very robust, and it's going to explode your taste buds, and you really don't want that strong of a taste in your mouth. And if you do, then, well, over-season it then. And now we're just going to constantly stir this and let it cook evenly on each side. Now when you cook your ground meat, you don't want to cook it all the way. You want to cook it halfway. And the reason for this is because when we stuff the chicken with our ground meat, we're going to poach it for 30 minutes on top of the stove. And then we're going to bake it for another 30 minutes. And if you fully cook your ground meat, and then once you poach it and bake it, it's going to cook extra, and then it's just going to get harder and crunchier, and you don't want that taste or texture in your mouth. So we're just going to continue cooking this halfway until it's done. Cooked halfway, and it's browning up very nice. And now we're going to top it off with some marinade seasoning. Now, I personally like to use a garlic herb type seasoning, but I ran out of that, and I'm going to use honey teriyaki instead. You can use wine or whatever kind of other seasoning type sauce you got, but I like to use marinade sauce. And just going to not overdo it, just get a little texture and flavor. Stir that into it and let it cook a little bit. Now we're going to turn it off, and we're just going to pour that on the napkin, just drain all that grease and fat off. Now, while this is still draining, we're going to get our chicken ready. And first, we need a boiler with some hot water to it, so we can poach our chicken. Now, when it comes to stuffing your chicken, you can do it two different kind of ways. When I saw a video with Chef Ramsay, he just pretty much placed his toppings on top of the chicken, and he rolled it up and put bacon around it. You can do that, or you can actually cut within it and make a pocket and stuff your chicken that way. And that's how we're going to do it. When you cut a pocket within it, you want to find the fattest slab on the chicken in which to cut it. So I'm going to use this piece right here. And you're going to want to make a incision within it. You're going to press your hand down and cut within the chicken. Also remember, when dealing with chicken, you always want to wash your hands after you're done touching it and before you touch anything else, because you don't want to get salmonella poisoning on anything else. So we're going to hold our chicken down flat like this, and then we're just going to cut within it. And just slide it on through. Make sure not to cut too far down, because you don't want to bust it open. We're just going to cut a little pocket opening. See, we're just going to cut a little pocket opening in which you can insert your finger. If I need to cut a little bit more so my finger can actually get inside it. Okay, you see, just got a little opening, and now I can stick my finger nicely through. Kind of move it around and kind of open it. Don't move it around too much because you don't want to bust. And just open that up within it. Okay. Ugh, just look at all that grease. You really don't want that all in your chicken. Now, I'm going to stuff mine with both, like I said, the Italian sausage and the cheese. I'm going to use shredded cheese. Now, you can use fancier kind of cheese. I'm just going to use the 4 cheese from Kraft. You can also stuff it with whatever else you want. Onions, tomatoes, leave some salad, some nuts. It really doesn't matter. This is whatever you like. I mean, this is what I like, so I'm pretty basic and simple, so this is what I'm going to use. Now we're just going to stuff the inside of it. And push it on through with one finger. Get that all nice down there. And just stuff it to however far it will go down. Try to stuff as much as you can without overstuffing it and busting it wide open. Now to finish off this double stuffed chicken breast, I've already made that inside pocket and stuffed it full of both ground sausage and cheese. Now I flipped over and I'm going to season it. And make sure you don't over season it. And just lightly season it. And once again, I'm going to use the teriyaki marinade. I'm just going to lightly drizzle that. Just like that. And now I got my aluminum foil, so when I poach my chicken, it won't fall out. And also, when the water gets steamed within the aluminum foil, it will make its own broth, and it will taste really good. Now, the side that I have drizzled already, I'm going to take that. I'm going to press down the seasoning a little bit. Make sure it stays. I'm going to take that. I'm going to place that face down on my aluminum foil. Now I have the side facing down. This is the side that I have stuffed. Now I'm going to place the rest of the ground sausage and cheese on top. Before I do that, I'm going to season it first. So I'm going to season this lightly once again. So I already got enough flavor into it. I need to hurry up because Murray's coming on soon. Gonna have myself some nice double stuffed chicken and be able to watch Murray at the same time. Okay, now I'm gonna finish placing the rest of my toppings onto my double stuffed chicken. Oh, wait, first I'm gonna put just a little bit of marinade sauce on there. That's the rest of my toppings. Sprinkle that on there. Okay, now that I have my toppings on there, I'm going to roll it. Now the traditional and professional way to roll this is to place it in bacon. Now that I have my toppings on top of the chicken. However, I don't have bacon or toothpicks, so I'm just going to roll it. And I've done this before, and it should pretty much stay all nicely rolled even. I'm just going to take those ends, press it down on there. And if some falls out, you know, whatever, that's okay. Which way I'm going to roll this thing? I'm going to turn it a little bit. Keep that all down in the center. Then I'm just going to roll just like this. Put that back in there. Tuck it. Now that you see this part is nicely tucked. Now I'm just going to take my aluminum foil now. Now I'm going to take my aluminum foil and I'm going to roll it nice and tight so that it doesn't fall off and it keeps shape. And I'm going to roll up the ends so that it stays nice and tight. Now, I'm going to let this poach for 30 minutes in my water. Now we're going to place it in our water. Hot. And this is going to boil for 30 minutes. And then once it boils, we're going to take it out and put it in the oven. Okay, 30 minutes has passed, and now I'm going to take my chicken out. Alright, and I'm going to set this on my baking sheet. Turn my oven on 430 degrees. I'm just going to stick that in the oven here. I'm going to let that bake for 30 minutes. If you wrapped it in bacon, you can just fry it on the stove after it's done cooking. But I'm going to bake mine instead. I'm also boiling some noodles right now because I'm going to make some teriyaki noodles to go with my double stuffed chicken. Now I think I'll watch the murder show as this is all cooked. Okay, 30 minutes has passed. I can finally take my chicken out. It's ready to eat. Okay, now I'm going to unwrap my chicken and see how it came out. And that right there is double stuffed chicken. Have some nice broth in there that I can use for later. I can drizzle on top of it. Slice it up and see what we got. Look at that. Looks so good, makes you want to slap somebody. I'm going to pour over the teriyaki sauce. They're nice and drenched up in there. Stir it around. And just pretty much let that cook for a little bit and simmer. Now if the teriyaki sauce is too strong, which normally they are, you can add a little bit of sugar like I do. And that is my teriyaki noodles with double stuffed chicken.